Somewhere Over the Rainbow gives us a great opportunity to see what was happening with Tin Pan Alley pop in the period before rock and roll broke loose in the 1950s. This song, recorded by Judy Garland with Victor Young and his orchestra over the rainbow, appeared in the film The Wizard of Oz, where Judy Garland plays the character Dorothy, and she talks about the story is about her getting knocked out and going to a special place called Oz, which is over the rainbow. And so she talks about that, sings about that here in this song from 1939, a number 5 hit for her on the Billboard pop charts in that year. As you listen to the song, you'll notice that if you're trying to keep track of the time or the meter in it, it's in 4/4 time, but because it's being conducted, the time is being conducted by a conductor and not the meter being held down by a drummer. The meter is much more flexible, so that as you get the beat pattern moving along like this in an orchestra, the conductor can decide to speed up and slow down for different kind of expressive purposes, and the singer and the orchestral musicians will follow the conductor as he or she does this. And so in the classical music tradition and the orchestral tradition, this is considered a way of making the music increasingly expressive. Of course, in any band that's got drummers, a drummer speeding up and slowing down is considered a bad thing. You want someone with a rock solid sense of time so that people can lock in. So there's a big difference with regard to that here. It's an AABA form, this one is. Starts out with an introduction that sort of sets the song up in the movie, and then of course she goes into the first verse, an 8-measure verse, followed by another 8-measure verse. Those are the 2 A sections. Then there's an 8-measure bridge. That's the B section. And then a return to the 8-measure verse again. And so you get your AABA form, 32 bars all together there. Then there's a repeat. They repeat the A, and the B sections to finish the song out. The first A in the repeat is given over to an instrumental solo of the melody, which when you listen to the recording you can't hear it, but in the movie, as I recall, Judy Garland is speaking over that. I think she's talking to her little dog Toto about being over the rainbow or something like that. And then when she comes in with the second verse, that is in the second half, when they do the AAB, the second of those A's, listen to how she improvises the melody a bit with her voice. In many ways reminiscent of maybe what a jazz musician would do, embellishing the melody and taking some liberties with it to make it fresh and interesting again. As they go into the B section, they start it as if it were a regular B section, but it turns out that the B section is going to be the ending or the coda of the song, and so there's a very clever way in which the B section is used to end the song and bring it to a sort of happy conclusion as she finishes Over the Rainbow. So again, Over the Rainbow, a great example of Tin Pan Alley pop from that period in the 1930s, 40s that sort of sets the stage for rock and roll in the 1950s. The AABA form, very important. So enjoy Judy Garland and Over the Rainbow.